Good morning, sir. Good morning, everybody.
Most well. Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Varinder Paji, good morning.
Good morning, Ranjit जी को.
ऑनरेबल राठी साहब का स्वागत है. ऑनरेबल राठी साहब, गुड मॉर्निंग.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. आपका भी बहुत बहुत स्वागत, सर.
संदीप जी, गुड मॉर्निंग.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
संदीप भाई किधर हो, दिख नहीं रहे हो. गुड मॉर्निंग.
सर एक मिनट बस.
इंदौर के राजा.
विनय जॉली साहब, गुड मॉर्निंग. प्रदोष पटनायक साहब, गुड मॉर्निंग.
हाँ, हो जाने. अभी कोई चालू नहीं हुआ. बंद कर.
विजय बंसल साहब, गुड मॉर्निंग.
Good morning, all of you.
Good morning जी. Good morning.
गुड मॉर्निंग.
जी बाद में क्या चलेगी.
यार मेरे को डायल कर रहा है. फटाफट.
सिंह साहब, गुड मॉर्निंग. अमरीक सिंह जी,
Good morning मेहता साहब.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर.
गुड मॉर्निंग राजेश जी.
ये ई कर दिया था. एमपी कर. इंदौर में एमपी होना चाहिए.
प्रदोष पटनायक साहब, गुड मॉर्निंग.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर. आनंद भाई, गुड मॉर्निंग.
हाँ जी.
लड़की से बोल रहे. ओम शांति माहेश्वरी जी.
ओम शांति. हाउ आर यू?
सर आप आ गए. आपकी छवि का दर्शन हो गया. अब आनंद आ गया.
आनंद मिल गया ना.
परमानंद.
दे दिया. सचिदानंद जी कैसे हो?
गुड मॉर्निंग सर. माहेश्वरी साहब, गुड मॉर्निंग. डॉक्टर,
गुड मॉर्निंग सर. वेरी गुड
मॉर्निंग
मॉर्निंग.
सर. गुड मॉर्निंग. गुड मॉर्निंग सर.
हाउ आर यू?
मेहता साहब गुड मॉर्निंग.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर. गुड मॉर्निंग.
अपने
विजय मिश्रा जी, गुड मॉर्निंग.
राजू. बोलो मेरे को ना टोस्ट बना देना क्योंकि दूध के साथ सब्जी वाला.
तो नहीं उनमें तो ले लो. वाईफाई बंद कर दो.
खराब है टमाटर. 4 ले लो. बना ली 2 ही है ना खाने वाले तो. 4
खाई नहीं ना जाएगी.
कम बना
ले आ फिर फटाफट.
सुधरी भी कहाँ है? अरे रुको यार, मैं पापा वाली सब्जी देख सिर्फ आलू की बनाऊँ.
आलू की नहीं गई समय के साथ बाजार में मिलती है आलू की जो सस्ते सुंदर.
हाँ तो एक बार टेस्ट तो कराओ भाई.
सब्जी की वाली चाहिए।
ग्रीटिंग है।
तो इसको बॉईल कर दो।
आलू डाल
आप लोग
हेलो
ओ बना दो।
कभी नहीं शाम
मीटिंग दे देंगे।
ठीक है बेस में।
हम तो इसमें इंटरेस्टेड हो रहा है।
महेश्वरी भाई साहब
और एक मई में
ओम शांति भाई साहब।
ओम शांति कैसे हैं?
अच्छे हैं, आपको हम याद कर रहे थे परसों भी कल भी।
प्रकट हो गया।
Good morning, all of you. Om Shanti. I welcome you all in today's inspirational webinar of Sister B. Kishkivani. This webinar is jointly with IIFT, All India Federation of Central Zone, with Jurist Wing of Brahma Kumaris.
Good morning, everybody.
I welcome our Central Zone Chairman Jolly ji, Rajesh Mehta ji. I welcome Vice Chairman Jurist Wing Pushpa Didi, Chairman Senior Advocate BL Maheshwari ji, Veteran BK Justice Rathi ji Indore se, our past Secretary General Anand Pasari ji. I welcome you, sir.
Namaskar ji, namaskar.
Pradosh ji,
आप जी को सोचो वो मैं
good morning, Pradosh ji. Good morning, Rajesh sir.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर। स्मिथ जी, स्मिथ सौरभ साहब गुड मॉर्निंग।
Very good morning, sir.
पीके दास साहब गुड मॉर्निंग। नितिन गौतम साहब गुड मॉर्निंग।
गुड मॉर्निंग।
रेस्पेक्टेड
जी, good morning.
निकिता मैडम गुड मॉर्निंग।
गुड मॉर्निंग।
प्रेसिडेंट मैडम
जी, good morning.
Good morning, Nikita.
Good morning.
गुड मॉर्निंग।
गुड मॉर्निंग।
Sandeep ji, good morning.
ये बन गया। हाँ।
Nitin ji, good morning.
Very good morning.
नितिन जी संतोष कहाँ है?
है ना मैडम, यही है, अभी ज्वाइन करने वाले हैं। एक 5-7 मिनट में मेरी बात हुई
उसका वो थे ना, उसका वो आएगा शिवानी।
आपका काम नहीं आ रहा ना?
शिवानी थी ना, क्या नाम उसका?
श्रीवास्तव साहब, गुड मॉर्निंग। गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
अच्छा
Hi friends, good morning everybody. So we will be starting this session very shortly in 10 minutes time. And I had muted all the mics right now, and I would be opening all the mics again for another 5-7 minutes to have a chit chat among ourselves. And then we will be in 10 minutes time, we will be starting the program. We are fortunate that we had been privileged to have a discourse by Honorable B.K. Shivani ji on this inspirational webinar, and it is indeed a privilege for All India Federation of Tax Practitioners. As informed by my counterpart and my friend Mr. Srivastav, B.K. Shivani ji has delivered a talk in AFTP in the year 2016 in Delhi, and that was a memorable talk, and even the persons who had attended the talk at that time had excellent memories. Mr. Viren Sharma from Ludhiana is there, and he is raising the hand that he had attended the talk. And friends, again in 2020, this would be a memorable event, and we are privileged that we had received her consent, and she will be giving her discourse, she will be giving her inspirational words, she will be blessing us, she will be motivating us, she will be inspiring us with her good words. So friends, for 10 minutes again, I am opening the mic. Have a interaction, have a good morning, hello everybody. And then after 10 minutes again, I would be muting the mic and then starting the proceedings. I welcome everybody, and with this, I am again opening the mic for everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, all of you. We have our national president, ma'am, Nikita ma'am. Welcome you, ma'am. We have D.K. Lata Agrawal Didi, national coordinator, jurist wing. We welcome you, Didi.
Good morning.
पंकज जी गुड मॉर्निंग।
राजेश मेहता जी, गुड मॉर्निंग सर। गुड मॉर्निंग।
गौतम साहब गुड मॉर्निंग
जी गुड मॉर्निंग।
गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
गुड मॉर्निंग।
अतरे कैसे हो?
सर थैंक यू सर। गुड मॉर्निंग।
महेश्वरी भैया आ गए।
गुड मॉर्निंग टू ऑल।
कोई काम नहीं हो गया, काम मेरा तो बस
और पाश्चक
गुड मॉर्निंग शाह साहब।
I've attended the year 2016.
सर यस सर।
जी आप संजय शर्मा जी, जी
लॉगिन हो जाइए, वो वहाँ से पूछ रहे हैं मेरे को।
गुड मॉर्निंग बहन जी।
हाँ जल्दी जल्दी।
गुड मॉर्निंग दिया।
मोबाइल नंबर दो को गलत तो बताएं। राजेश मेहता साहब, गुड मॉर्निंग।
अरे
गुड मॉर्निंग।
मोबाइल कर दीजिए हमारे को।
जी गुड मॉर्निंग।
स्क्रीन और मेमोरी ना होने से कुछ मैसेज दे देता है। गुड मॉर्निंग।
गुड मॉर्निंग मेहता जी, गुड मॉर्निंग।
साहब गुड मॉर्निंग।
वापस
हाँ ये
इसको थोड़ा
जी गुड मॉर्निंग सर। ओम शांति।
एक मिनट धोया मैंने, बहुत गंदा हो गया
है ना,
गिलहरी कैसे आई? गिलहरी चिड़िया चींची कर रही, चिड़िया चींची कर रही। वो काला बना हुआ है खाने के।
जी क्या बात, आपकी फोटो बार आ रहा इंग्लिश 800 तो रूटीन में आ रहा है। वैसे मान लो वेबिनार चल रही ना पढ़ाई की, 800 तो रूटीन है हमारा। 1000 अगर मैं इन्होंने वो किया। गुड मॉर्निंग टू ऑल। पंकज भाई गुड मॉर्निंग सर। पिछली बार प्रॉब्लम आई थी 14 क्रॉस हो गया था।
हाँ जी, गुड मॉर्निंग क्या कर रहे हो भाई साहब?
क्या समझिए, नमस्कार
श्रीनिवास साहब,
तुम लोग यार जूम मीटिंग कर लो या यूट्यूब।
गुड मॉर्निंग। कैन आई शेयर माय एक्सपीरियंस?
5 मिनट में चालू हो जाएगा। गुड मॉर्निंग का थोड़ा देर के बाद फिर जगह नहीं मिलेगा भाई साहब, पूरा हो जाएगा। गुड मॉर्निंग। सीट है ऑल ओवर इंडिया, ऑल ओवर वर्ल्ड। पंकज जी 35 आदमी है।
पंकज राजेश गुड मॉर्निंग।
जस्ट वहां से आप एक अनाउंस करिए।
1 घंटा का 1.25 घंटा होगा। आप तो सुनो, नहीं मिलेगा
करेंगे थोड़ा सा लोग प्रॉब्लम हो रहे हैं। और जूम करना मतलब तो इंटरेक्शन होगा इनटू यूट्यूब पर खाली देख पाओगे। फ्रेंड्स, कैन आई शेयर माय
तो पहले
एक्सपीरियंस?
ज्वाइन कर लो।
श्रीवास्तव साहब इज
है समय अभी
शेयर हिज एक्सपीरियंस विद
अंकल बढ़ी रहा। पापा को बोलो, पापा को
गुड मॉर्निंग
श्रीकाल।
सबको सुनना चाहिए।
Hi friends, we will be starting again. Just wait for 4-5 minutes. We'll be starting in 5 minutes. We will be starting sharp at 9:55, and it's another 3 minutes. So please just wait, and we will be having an excellent program. So again, 3 minutes. Get together. Good morning. A fellowship amongst ourselves, and then in 3 minutes we start.
Good morning to all.
प्रोग्राम आपने अरेंज
Let me
किया
share
है।
my experience of what program we had with Sister Shivani in December 2016 at the National Sex Convention in Delhi at that time. Her program started at about 7:30 in the evening. Asked me whether there would be people who would be there. One there in the program did remain in the hall. So that day, Justice Sikri, Supreme Court, High Courts, Mr. Rajesh Mr. Shivani. She was speaking. There was silent in the hall, and everyone continued. It was a wonderful program, and again we had that opportunity to hear him.
Rajesh Mehta ji.
Gain a lot from our exposition today.
हेलो
राजेश जोशी. गुड मॉर्निंग राजेश जोशी.
गुड मॉर्निंग.
राजेश मेहता. शुरू हुआ.
Good morning, sir.
कुमारी जो शिवानी रो प्रोग्राम.
To everybody, Om Shanti.
जी मैडम. ओम शांति मैडम. ओम शांति वाला. शांति. ओम शांति. अच्छा हेलो. क्या है?
मॉर्निंग.
Pachapore sir is there.
नमस्कार.
Justice Pachapore sir is there.
गुड मॉर्निंग. मुकुल जी गुड मॉर्निंग. मुकुल जी हरि ओम. गुड मॉर्निंग. तैयार है क्यों?
Get your properly made.
कंटिन्यू को भाई.
नर्मल जैन साहब गुड मॉर्निंग.
मॉर्निंग सर. गुड मॉर्निंग.
सब गुड मॉर्निंग.
करना बंद.
ईश्वरी भाई ओम शांति. पुष्पा दीदी ओम शांति.
ಅದನ್ನ ತನ ಕುಟಿಯಲು ಗಾಡ್ ಸಂಸಾನ ವಿಷಯ ಅನ್ನು ಧನಾತು. राजेश मेहता जी गुड मॉर्निंग. गुड मॉर्निंग विनय जॉली.
Good morning. Good morning. This is not an Indian culture. Om Shanti. Please. Om Shanti. Our Indian culture.
Founder Secretary General of AFTP.
Each other with Om Shanti.
Justice Pachapore is here.
Om Shanti before the Shivani starts. Give our mind some concentration and solace.
Morning, sir. Good morning.
Can you hear me? Sandeep bhai, can you?
Hi friends, good morning everybody. It's a privilege for all of us that we are starting the proceedings, and I welcome you all in this mega event of the inspirational webinar by Sister Shivani. It's a privilege for all of us that we had been granted permission by Brahma Kumari's Federation and Sister Shivani to come on our platform, deliver a talk, motivate us, inspire us, and to have a good pious thinking in us. With these words, I would start the basic proceedings of the All India Federation of Tax Practitioners, and I would be asking Mr. Rajesh Mehta. Just a minute, Rajesh Mehta. Yes. Mr. Rajesh Mehta, you are live. Start the welcome speech and we have to be very fast.
I hereby welcome you all. Today we are having a very motivational webinar. How to manage the stress in personal and professional life by spirituality. It's a moment of great privilege to me to extend a hearty welcome to all of you today at this memorable event. I hereby welcome spiritual guide and life mentor from Brahma Kumari's Sister B.K. Shivani. We are privileged to have Honorable Justice B. Ishwaraya as today's session chairman. I welcome B.K. Lata Didi, B.K. Pushpa Didi, B.L. Maheshwari ji chairman, patron Justice B.D. Rathi Sahab, Justice A.S. Pachapure ji. I welcome our FTP President Nikita Madam, Samir Jani ji, Vinay Jolly ji, Sandeep Agarwal Sahab, who is the key person of today's program. I welcome all office bearers of FTP, all past presidents, and all FTP members and participants. And last but not the least, our Chief Advisor Pankaj Ghia ji, under whose able leadership we are having since last 18 days academic session on direct and indirect taxes. And at this juncture, when there is so much uncertainty around us regarding our life, so therefore today's session is the need of the hour. The life tips from Sister B.K. Shivani will surely help us to bring zeal and positivity in our lives. I hereby welcome you all to stress-free lifestyle.
Nikita.
So thank you, Pankaj Ghia sahab. My hand
Thank you. Thank you, Rajesh bhai. It was a wonderful pleasure to have you on the thing. And it was the success of the team Central Zone, which has been working hard for the last 20 days for the one webinar or the other. I would directly be calling our national president, Mrs. Nikita Badeka, the dynamic president of the year 2020, for her opening remarks. Mrs. Nikita Badeka.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Happy to be here with all of you again. And more specifically, because we have Sister Shivani to give us, to bless her with her divine words. I would not take much time. Over to you, Ghia sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Friends, I'm very happy to inform that we are already live on YouTube and we are also live on Zoom. And we are already crossed more than 700% as of now. And I think within a span of next 5 to 10 minutes, we would be crossing a huge gathering. And this is only because the charisma, the inspirational, the motivational words we have to hear from our Sister Shivani. Friends, not to take much time, I would again be requiring our Central Zone Chairman, Mr. Vinay Jolly. Just a minute, Mr. Vinay. Yes, Mr. Vinay Jolly, you are live.
Thank you, Pankaj ji. Session Chairman, Honorable Mr. Justice V. Aishwarya, ex-acting CJ AP High Court, Chairman APHERMC. Today's webinar speaker, Honorable Sister B.K. Shivani, motivational and spiritual speaker, Brahmakumaris. Honorable Justice A.S. Pachupuria, Honorable Justice B.D. Rathi, respected Shri B.L. Maheshwari, B.K. Pushpa Didi, Lata Didi, office bearers and executive members of AFTP, National and Central Zone, all zones, Vice President AFTP Rajesh Ji Mehta, Chief Advisor Pankaj Ji Ghia, Secretary Zone Sandeep Agarwal, senior members, professional colleagues, and all other viewers. Very good morning, all of you. As the outset, I welcome our Chairman, Honorable Justice Shri V. Aishwarya. I am grateful and thankful to you, sir, for accepting our humble request and grace the session with your presence. I welcome Patron Honorable Justice A.S. Pachupuria and Honorable Justice B.D. Rathi, and grateful and thankful, sir. I welcome Honorable Sister Shivani, learned speaker. I welcome all office bearers, executive members, and national and all zones. At last, I welcome all the participants from all over India for their active participation in large number. I thank again all of you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. And now I hand over my...
Thank you, Vinay bhai. It was a wonderful hearing to you. And I, on behalf of everybody participating in this webinar, welcome Sister Shivani on the platform. She has just joined. Our humble namaskar to her. A humble, very humble namaskar to her. And I will just take 2 minutes more. I would request Mr. Hemant Mode for a quick 1 minute welcome. Quick welcome, Mr. Hemant Mode.
Thank you, Pankaj ji. I am just having the words with the organization. The organization teaches to translate labels associated with the body, such as race, nationality, religion, and gender. And it aspires to establish a global culture based on what it calls soul consciousness. And with this word, I welcome Sister Shivani to have a deliberation on the subject of how to manage stress in personal life. And for these words, thank you, Pankaj ji.
Thank you so much. Om Shanti.
Namaskar.
Om Shanti. Namaskar.
I think I would be skipping other parts. We welcome all the past presidents of the AIFTP. We welcome all the dignitaries of the Brahm Kumaris. And we are all here to listen to Sister Shivani. And therefore, I am cutting all other formalities. Sandeep, I would be requesting you now for to take over the proceedings fast. And I think we all want to listen to Sister Shivani directly now. So take over the proceedings and continue, please.
Om Shanti.
Sandeep.
Om Shanti. I welcome Sister Shivani. I'm thankful to you, Didi. First of all, I request from Jurist Wing, Justice A.S. Pachapore, pattern member.
Sandeep, Justice Pachapore are on the YouTube. I think he has not joined on this,
okay.
So you have to continue.
I'm now a request to Justice B.D. Rathi, pattern of Jurist Wing, to speak a few words.
Rathi Sahab, you are live. You have to unmute your mic. Rathi sir, you are live. You have to unmute your mic.
Okay, I'm going next. Now I request B.L. Maheshwari ji, Chairman Jurist Wing. Chairman Jurist Wing, please say a few words.
Yes, sir, you are live.
Maheshwari
The advocate from Jodhpur, Chairperson of Jurist Wing. It is a very conspicuous occasion when Jurist Wing of RERM, Brahma Kumaris International, and All India Federation of Tax Practitioners are jointly holding a spiritual lecture on how to manage stress in personal and professional life by spirituality by veteran speaker Divine Sister B.K. Shivani at this crucial time. I pray God to give success to this program today. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Om Shanti. Now I request Pushpa Didi, Vice Chairperson of Brahma Kumari, to say a few words about Brahma Kumaris. Pushpa Didi.
I am pleased to extend my warm welcome to all of you. Prajapita Brahma Kumari Ishwariya Vishwavidyalaya is an international spiritual educational institution founded in 1937 by the incorporeal Supreme Father, God Shiva, through the corporeal medium of Prajapita Brahma. Since last 83 years, the institution is doing service towards humanity through its teachings of moral, ethical values and helping creating happy, peaceful and harmonious society. The institution is having 8,500 centers in 140 countries. Brahma Kumaris is an international NGO and is affiliated to the Economic and Social Council of the United Nations and in consultative status with UNICEF. The institution is offering spiritual value-based education for peace and harmony globally for free of any charges, irrespective of caste, creed, color, age, or religion. Brahma Kumari's sister organization, Raj Yoga Education Research Foundation, is having 20 wings for providing spiritual life skills for personal and professional empowerment to various sections of society, like medical, jurists, scientists, engineers, educationists, women, youth, etc. I am happy that you have taken out your valuable time to attend this webinar by Sister B.K. Shivani. I am sure this will help you to manage yourself and find solutions to your problems. I wish you stress-free and happy life all the time. Thank you. Very nice.
Thank you, Didi. Now request B.K. Lata Didi, by whom we can able to organize this webinar. Today is Lata Didi's Avtaran Divas. We can say birthday also. I wish her for long life. I request B.K. Lata Didi to say a few words. National Coordinator,
Om
Jurist
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. It's my great pleasure that on my today birthday, this program is organized, and I'm very happy that such a program organized on today day, and Shivani Didi had agreed, given her consent on only one email that yes, she will do it. So I'm very thankful to her also, and a great service because we had arranged 2 conferences this year, but because of lockdown, those 2 conferences are cancelled, and at least this one webinar will help our members all over India to listen to Brahma Kumaris and have a happy living. Only two words I would like to say regarding happy living, that the then administrative chief of the Brahma Kumaris, Dadi Janki, used to tell 3 times. So I would like you also to repeat Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om
I'm a request.
Shanti.
Om
Just-
Shanti.
Okay.
Om Shanti.
Okay, Om Shanti.
Justice B.D. Rathi sir is here. I request Justice B.D. Rathi.
Justice V. Shwarya or Mr. Rathi?
Justice B.D. Rathi. B.D. Rathi.
Just a minute. Yes. Rathi sir, you have to unmute your mic. Yes, sir.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Om Shanti, good morning.
Few words.
I welcome you all of you. The time of organizing this webinar is.
Sir, we are audible. You are audible. Audible. You can say you are audible.
The time of organizing this webinar is very important and crucial. Currently, we may be feeling stressed and stressful during this lockdown period, but we have to prepare ourselves for upcoming stress on restoration of our routine life. Stress means pressure or tension extended on us by our family and professional responsibilities. We certainly, and not only makes us less productive, less energetic, but it makes our personal and professional relationship fragile. People try to avoid stress by resorting to tamasic objects and habits, which in turn makes them more stressful, because tamasic habits not only suppresses stress for the time being temporarily, but makes it more stronger. Then how to get peace? Does spirituality has any something miracle for us? Yes, we have with us World Spiritual Fest Dr. B.K. Shivani Bahan for sharing her words of wisdom, her experience on how to manage our stress in our personal and professional life by spirituality.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you,
On
Rathi
behalf
sir.
of Jurist Wing of Brahma Kumaris and as a patron thereof, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. B.K. Shivani and thankful to all of you participating here. Thank you
sir.
very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now I request our today's session chairman, Honorable Mr. Justice V. Aishwarya sir, ex-acting Chief Justice, Andhra Pradesh High Court, Chairman APHE RMC, to say.
Okay, okay, Sandeep. I think Justice Aishwarya has to open his mic. Sir, if you are listening. Justice Aishwarya, if you are listening, please open your mic, because your mic is not visible. I think Sandeep, we had skipped her, and now it is the time I am taking over from you, and I would. It is the time that we are all waiting for, and it is the time when we want to welcome on behalf of all the brothers and sisters of the Brahmakumaris, all the brothers and sisters of the AIFTP, all the techs and professional fraternity, all of you to our learned speaker, Sister B.K. Shivani. It is a grand moment for us, because it is being watched live by more than 1,700 people at now throughout India and throughout globe. I would not take much of the time. We all want to hear Sister Shivani and to have her blessings. I would directly request Sister Shivani to please start her blessings. Sister Shivani.
Thank you so much. Om Shanti and good morning. Sandeep bhai, आप mute करेंगे अपना mic? Thank you. Let's take a minute of silence first. And this is something which we always practice in a meditative lifestyle, taught at the Brahma Kumaris with Raj Yoga meditation, to begin everything we do with a minute of silence, because silence increases our intuitive power, clarity of thinking, power to discern what is right, what is not, and the power to take accurate decisions. That happens with the silent mind. And so beginning every task of the day with a minute of silence and ending it with a minute of silence. Let's take a minute of silence and radiate gratitude to the Supreme Power. Our mind is happy and stable. Our bodies are perfect and healthy. Family is safe and secure. Gratitude to the Supreme Power. Gratitude to each one who is tirelessly, selflessly serving the country and the world today. God's power and blessings with each one who is going through the process of healing right now, to their families, and to the healers who are taking care of them. Om Shanti. Currently, we're going through times where stress levels are probably higher for many, higher than what they normally used to be. Let's rewind a couple of months and just visualize our life, which was before COVID. And so let's say we go to the month of December, January, and let's look at our life that time. Then understanding this will become much easier. At that time also, we were living a life where every thought and feeling we created, every emotion we created, we believed it was because of situations and people's behavior. Which means whatever was happening in the inner world, whatever was happening in the inner world was dependent on the outer world. Simple vocabulary was, I'm upset because of, I'm stressed because of, I'm angry because of, I'm happy because of, which means everything that was happening here, we believed it was because of something outside. And so we were not choosing what thought and feeling to create. We were just responding and reacting to the situation. Which means if the situation was our way, the way we wanted it to be, which we called a perfect situation because it was our way, then our mind was calm and peaceful and happy. If people behaved and worked our way, our mind was happy. But if the situation was not our way, if people were not our way, we reacted. We created irritation, anger, stress, anxiety. And each time we did that, that's very important. Each time we did that, we believed it's normal to create that. And we said, it's normal. They behaved that way. Obviously, I'll get angry. They made such a big mistake. Obviously, I will get angry. Obvious reactions to situations, and that allowed our mind to continue creating those disturbed emotions. And so just see, on an average in a day, every few minutes we are going through a new scene, a new situation. And every time when the situation and people are not our way, we are reacting. And every time we are reacting, we're not creating very nice emotions. We're not creating very nice thoughts. So the energy here was getting depleted. It's like, if we look at it on a physical level, every time the weather was changing, every time we were drinking water in another city, our body was going through something. And we would have a cough, a cold, a stomach upset, acidity, every time we were eating, drinking, or going through a different weather. And if this would happen very often, it meant our physical immunity system was not right. And because we fell ill physically, if we fell ill very often, our physical health will start declining. But even then, if we said, but what to do? The water is changing, the weather is changing, I have to travel so much, then we would blame the situation and not take responsibility to increase our physical immunity system. Similarly, if that is how we live, which most of us don't live that way, if we see our body is not keeping too well, we change our diet, we start exercising, we meditate, we do yoga, pranayam, everything, so that our body is perfect, healthy, and perfect immunity system. So this is physical level is very easy to understand, that it's not the weather or the water, it's my immunity system which is low. But when it came to the emotional immunity system, every time we reacted, we never said my emotional immunity system is low, so I got disturbed. We said they behaved like that, so I got disturbed. So every time we made our mind dependent on the situation and people. This is emotional dependence. This is a feeling of a victim where I don't have the freedom to think and feel what I want. I just react to situations and people's behaviors. And every time I react, emotional health was getting affected. So look at the reactions which we were creating, which were depleting inner power. Range of emotions which deplete inner power. Stress, anger, irritation, controlling people, manipulating people, jealousy, anxiety, hurt, irritated, comparison with people, competing with people, feeling let down. It's a whole range. This whole range of emotions depleting inner power. So let's look at this like a battery. And every time we were creating any of these disturbed emotions, this battery was getting a little discharged. Very little. It happens very little, but it's getting discharged. This was our life before COVID. A life of emotional dependence on situations. And we thought it was normal. So we didn't know that what we were doing was not right. We thought it was normal. So we were living our life that way. So even before COVID, we were not in our best emotional health. As a country, we were not in our best mental health state. India, before COVID also, was #1 in depression in the world. #1 in depression in the world, which means huge number of cases of depression, anxiety attacks. This is statistics 2 months back, because we were not taking care of our minds. Relationships get affected when our minds are not happy, because we get irritable when we come home. We don't have the power to adjust, to tolerate, to accept each other, to be able to forgive, to be able to forget what happened and come back to normal immediately, to let go of what happened in the past, to stop worrying about what's going to happen in the future. We don't have those powers. So relationships start getting affected. And I think you know the best, the state of society as far as relationships is concerned, because everyone with their relationship dispute has to come to you. So you know where we have reached in the last 10 years or 20 years with our relationships. So this was again happening because this battery was getting depleted. So two people, whether it's a husband, wife, a parent, child, whether it's a senior and a colleague in an organization, if both were not working on their minds, then their power to adjust, tolerate, accept is low. And then there are reactions in relationships. And then people started saying, I just cannot get along with this person. I can't live with this person. I can't work with this person. And we even called that as normal. So we started calling depression normal. We started calling diabetes normal. We started calling divorce normal. We exploited the environment. We started calling that as normal. So a lot of uncomfortable things were labeled as normal only because we did not know that we can choose how to think and respond even if nothing is perfect outside. And while we were living our life like this, here came a situation which is not a personal, family, or country situation, but a global situation. Now, everyone's saying that it's in the first time in history that this is a global situation. But what everybody is not looking at is that probably it's the first time in history where we're also creating a global emotion. Global situation is fine, it's a global situation. But when we start creating the same emotion, which means an emotion of fear and anxiety, then the global vibration of the planet has changed. It's not 5 minds, 10 minds, 100 minds. It's millions and billions of minds creating fear and anxiety and believing that it's normal. At least if they knew that this was not normal, they will work on themselves to change their thoughts. But they believe it's normal. So day after day, creating the same emotion. Now it's been more than a month. It's almost going to touch 2 months. And now those disturbed emotions have started taking a toll on many minds. Our mind has the power to create grief, pain, or fear for 5 days, 10 days, 15 days. But if it continues as a constant emotion for 2 months, many minds have started getting affected. In the last month, the Indian Psychiatric Association shared that in 1 month itself, there was a rise of 20% in mental health issues in the country. This is only 1 month, 20% rise. These are recorded cases. There's going to be a huge number which nobody even knows about because everyone is locked at home. Nobody is going to see doctors. So this is only based on phone calls and counseling, that's all. Huge rise in cases of domestic violence, rise in cases of child abuse and violence with children. Now, everybody is looking at how to address the virus, which is obviously the priority, but because we're not taking care of our minds, we have other issues which have started getting created. So one epidemic, which is outside, if not taken care here, creates other epidemics which are invisible epidemic. Mental health will be an invisible epidemic if we don't start taking care of our minds and taking care of the minds of people around us. Physical ailment, everyone's aware, they know the symptoms, they can see the symptoms in other people, and they're willing to go to a hospital immediately. Depression symptoms, people don't recognize, they don't come to know if they're having it themselves, they're not able to see it in family, and they are very reluctant to go to a therapist. So mental health issue will become an invisible epidemic. And so the need of the hour, really, really important, because as far as taking care of physical health is concerned, the government, the healthcare professionals, they're doing it all. And we are protecting ourselves by being at home. But as far as taking care of the mind is concerned, that only we will have to do for ourselves. By staying at home, we are protected from the virus. But by staying at home, we are not protected by the vibrations of the world. Vibrations don't get blocked by doors and walls of the house. It's in the air. It's in the air. So anyone who was experiencing stress 2 months before will be experiencing probably a little more, unless they're doing something to take care of it. They will be experiencing a little more. So everyone's experiencing a little more of what they were experiencing earlier. And this little more is changing the energy of the house, the city, the country, and the world. So the need of the hour to start taking care of the mind. If we were doing it before, we are protected. If we were not doing it, doesn't matter. We start today. The easiest thing to do is to change our thoughts and feelings. The day we decide to start, the magic starts happening. So first and foremost priority that yes, I take the responsibility to start taking care of my mind today. Why do I need to take care of the mind? Because otherwise I will get affected by the global vibration of the planet. Let's say, for example, the vibration of the planet is, let's just a figure, approximately, let's say it's 20 or 30 right now. So if vibrations are from a spectrum of 0 to 100, then if the vibration of the planet is 30, this is millions and billions on this frequency of 30, then if we are on an average state of mind, normal, what we used to be 2 months back, which was, let's say 40, 50, 60, then if we are at 50 and the globe is at 30, and because this is billions of people, this is going to start affecting us because there are too many. It's like we say the vibrations of this person affected me. We say, oh, I was getting negative vibrations from that person. We all have experienced vibrations of people. And we say, mujhe usse negative energy aa rahi thi. When we can experience negative vibes of one person, then what will it be when it's going to be vibrations of pain of millions of people? So if we are at our normal emotional health, then this will start pulling us down. So if I was at 40, and if I continue like this for another month, 2 months, then I will not remain at 40 because the energy here will pull me down and I will start moving from 40 to 35 to 30. So the need of the hour, I can't remain at my average 40. I will have to go very high, very, very high. So if the planet is at 30, I will need to be at 80 or 90 as a frequency in my state of mind. So when I am at a higher energy of 80, 90, then the energy of the planet cannot reach me. It can't pull me down because I'm way above. And then my high energy will start radiating to people around me because energy will flow from the higher state to the lower state. So it will start affecting people around me. So one mind, every house first needs one mind. If every house has one mind, which is calm, peaceful, powerful, fearless, instead of saying fear is normal, if that mind is fearless, if that mind is secure and safe, has no doubt about success in the future, no thought at all of a difficult future ahead, then there is one mind in every home which will be at 80, 90. And if there is one mind which is at 80, 90, they will start influencing the other 2, 3, 4, 5 minds around them. So one mind can change the energy of the other minds around them. This one mind can change the energy of the people who are a part of their teams, the organizations, their colleagues, just by radiating that energy to them. And this one mind is radiating that energy to the vibration of the planet and creating a shift in the energy of the country and the world. That is the power of one mind. So we should never think, oh, main akela kya karunga? Me alone, I can't do anything. One. It all begins with power of one mind. So many of us are at home right now. We can't go out and do any seva. Those who are doing seva outside, they are risking their lives, their families, everything, and they're going out to take care of us. We have to do only one thing, and that is a moral responsibility right now, that we have to be at home, but we have to create high vibration thoughts, feelings, and words, and radiate. That energy will radiate from us to people all over the country and the world. Even if sitting at home, you're creating pure thoughts, someone sitting somewhere else is feeling low and upset, will experience your energy and the mind will become calm. This happens. This always works. So really a very, very important seva, which the whole country and the world can do. Just start taking care of your every thought, every feeling, and every word. That is most important responsibility right now. And that is what we're going to do today, that how do we start doing that? It's a new vocabulary. We all know a lot of languages, 2, 3, 4 languages. every profession also has a vocabulary. Like judiciary has a vocabulary. If I try to read it, I don't understand most of it. I would not understand 90% of what I would read in a document because it's a vocabulary. Similarly, high vibration thoughts and words is a vocabulary. It's a vocabulary. And that vocabulary is very simple. That can be learned by anybody, even little children. It's very simple vocabulary, which means every thought we create, every word we speak is going to be here at a vibration of 80, 90, which means our definition of normal will change. Right now, what is happening in conversations? Conversations which are normal are low vibration conversations. Just listen to two people talking on the phone and they will say, don't know how much this will take time longer. Nothing seems to be getting better. This year is a write-off. Nothing good is going to come out this year. Business is down. Economy is falling. What if anything happens to me? What will happen when children will go out? How will the children study? Every line, which is a normal conversation, is a low vibration frequency. And we keep talking to so many people in the day and we're talking this same conversation without realizing that every time we're doing that, vibration down, affecting the body, immunity getting affected, radiating to the minds of the people in the house and radiating into the country and the world. That's the power of every word we speak. We all know the powers of prayers, meditation, blessings, mantras. What are these? In that, every word is a high energy word. And our normal conversation, most words are low energy words. When there is a crisis, the need of the hour is to pray, meditate, and we all do it. Most of us do it daily, but some of us who don't do it daily, we definitely do it on the day when there is a problem. So right now, we all need to do it. But there's only a little shift that we need to create, that what we are thinking or speaking in our prayer and meditation, blessings and affirmations, that language will need to become our language throughout the day. Because we all speak those high energy words. There's no one who doesn't say those high energy words, but we do it only during our prayer and meditation in the morning. So then our morning time is different from the rest of the day. So early morning, we energize this battery, but during the day, we again deplete it. And this happens every day. Energize a little. How much time will we meditate and pray? 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes? That much. In that also, while we are praying and meditating, random thoughts of something else come to our mind, which are not high energy words. So how much will the battery charge in the morning? A little bit. And then during the day, how much will it discharge? More than it got charged. So overall result is we are not very energized. So what we have to do is a new vocabulary, where the vocabulary that we read, watch, listen, speak, think in the morning during our meditation and prayer will become our vocabulary during the day. This is the simplest thing that we have to do, and we'll see how to do it because it's extremely simple. Why we need to do it? Because stress, we need to know the formula. Stress is equal to pressure divided by resilience. Stress is equal to pressure divided by resilience. Pressure is outside. And probably there's never going to be any day in life where there's no pressure. There will be some pressure outside. A simple pressure is the person I work with or the person I live with doesn't behave my way. That's pressure enough for which I'm going to react. But if I don't take care of the denominator, then that one person also becomes a cause of stress in my life. And I'm saying I'm disturbed because of this person. When I'm saying that, I'm saying stress is equal to pressure. And I'm putting their name in that numerator there as the pressure. And we have a lot of pressure points. And that's why the topic today, stress in personal and professional life. Now we'll have to change that topic. Stress is not in personal, family, professional, social life. because stress is not outside. Some people will say stress at work, some will say stress at home. There's no stress at work, there's no stress at home, there's no stress in profession, there's no stress in family. Stress is my creation in response to my situations at work, home, and in society. Home, work, people are the numerator, the pressure. They are not the stress. They are the numerator. They are the pressure. My power, inner power. So pressure divided by resilience. So personal, professional, family, financial, all those lives are the pressure. Traffic on the road is the pressure. COVID-19 is a pressure, which means everything outside my mind is a pressure. That's the outside world. That's the numerator. Denominator, resilience, inner power. Now we are ignoring the denominator. So we say stress is equal to pressure. So whenever there's a pressure, we create stress. Stress means wrong thinking. Simple. Stress means wrong thinking. Thinking which disturb me, create unease over here. Why like this? How like this? How could they do like this? Nobody listened to me. Nobody. This is all wrong thinking. And this creates an uncomfortable feeling. So now let's keep this equation always with us. Stress is equal to pressure divided by resilience. Numerator, not in my control. I can't change people. I can't control situations to a large extent. So numerator is not in my control. Simple numerator, when life used to be normal, in big cities, simple numerator used to be just traveling on the road to work for an hour in that traffic and the traffic jam. That itself used to create stress in many minds. And they would say, traffic hi itna hai, late itna ho raha hai, to tension to hogi hi, which means again stress is equal to pressure. So numerator is outside world. Resilience is inside world. And stress is equal to outside world divided by inside world. If we start taking care of the inner world, then the outer world numerator can go on increasing because it's not in our control. But if we increase the inner world daily, every day increasing the inner resilience, then day by day, our stress factor will only be reducing because our denominator is going to become very high. So there's this only one thing which many of us were not doing in society. We were not taking care of the denominator. We were only blaming the numerator for everything. So stress is equal to pressure divided by resilience. So emotional health means resilience. High energy words, high energy thoughts means powerful emotional resilience, denominator. And now, more than ever before, we need to take care of the denominator. If the pressure is very high for the world and the denominator is very low for the world, then we will create chaos for ourselves in our destiny. Then we will create chaos. But if the pressure is very high and the denominator is very, very high, then we are going to take charge of the situation, come out of this, and we can actually create a very beautiful world when we come out of this situation. All depends not on the numerator, it all depends on the denominator. So this is taking personal responsibility of our life, not saying it's because of, it's saying it's because of. So taking personal responsibility of our mind and thereby taking personal responsibility of our life. So we are going to focus on the denominator, the inner resilience. One more line which we all need to remember, because of which we will understand the importance of why we should think and speak only high energy words. That line is Sankalp se Siddhi. Sankalp se Siddhi. Thoughts, Sankalp. Siddhi, manifest. Sankalp se Siddhi. Thoughts manifest. Thoughts become a reality. Life is a manifestation of our thoughts. We've read this. We even talked about it. We even forwarded it to each other. Now is the time to live it. Sankalp se Siddhi. My thoughts manifest and become a reality. Second equation, Sankalp se Srishti. We've heard that also. Sankalp se Srishti. Sankalp thoughts, Srishti world. Sankalp se Srishti. My thoughts create my world. So my world will be my mind, my world will be my body. So my thoughts create my physical health. And that's what healthcare professionals tell us, that most of the diseases are psychosomatic, which means the mind is creating those emotions, radiating to the body and creating a disease in the body. It's happening from here. So when there is a dis-ease here, which means the mind is not easy, it's dis-ease, then we will create a disease here. It's from here. Most of the disease are from here. So our world means emotional health, mental health. Then our world means physical health. Then our thoughts radiate to people and create our relationships. So our world means our world of people. And then our thoughts vibrate into the environment and create our world. So Sankalp se Srishti. Thoughts create our world. Now, if we just take these two lines, Sankalp se Siddhi, thoughts become reality. Sankalp se Srishti, thoughts create our world. Then would we have any doubt about how my every thought needs to be? Can there be any doubt about that? And if we really hold on to these two lines and use them always, we will never ever create a thought or a word which will be low energy, because it will manifest. It will manifest. So how we're going to take care of this is what we are seeing in the current situation, which means not just COVID, our own life, whatever we are seeing in reality, we don't think that, oh, this is how it's happening, this is how it's happening. No, we think right and manifest that into reality, because it is Sankalp se Siddhi. It is Sankalp se Srishti. It is not Srishti se Sankalp. Equation is very clear. Equation is not Srishti se Sankalp. It is not the world creates our thoughts. It is our thoughts create our world. For the last few decades, we were just living an opposite equation. We thought the world is creating our thoughts. And that's why everything was going out of control. Our thoughts create our world. So now we were going to start increasing the denominator. Now we're going to take care on the Sankalp, the thoughts, and which means those high energy, pure thoughts created in the morning, during meditation, prayer, blessings and affirmation will not be my Sankalp only in the morning. It needs to be my Sankalp during the day. During the day. I'm not going to live two lives, peaceful and calm while meditating and praying, disturbed and anxious throughout the day, because that's what people again believe is normal. While I'm meditating, I'm very peaceful, but during the day, stress is normal. That's not true. Anybody will be peaceful during meditation and prayer. Where is the stimulus to create stress there? Stimulus will come only during the day. So being calm and peaceful during prayer and meditation is not really the purpose of it. The purpose of it is to learn how to be calm and peaceful, and then to create that calm and peace during the day when we have a lot of stimulus in our life. So that's what we need to take care of. So we are going to create that high energy vocabulary throughout the day. So we know why we should do it, why we need to do this. Second, we all want to do it. And third is now how to do it, how to create those high vibration thoughts. First thing in the morning is very, very important. Our first thing in the morning should be a high vibration thought at the frequency of 80, 90, 100. What are the feelings at the frequency of 80, 90, 100? Divinity, purity, compassion, gratitude, care, acceptance, forgiveness, peace, power, high vibrational feelings. And we know what the opposite of all these is. So divinity, purity, power, compassion, gratitude, cooperation, peace, acceptance, love, forgiveness. These are high vibrational frequencies. So when we wake up, first practice, let's create a habit of not checking our phones the first thing when we wake up. This is a habit which looks very simple. कि इसमें क्या बड़ी बात है, सुबह उठेंगे तो फोन देखेंगे ही क्या हुआ. It looks like a very simple normal habit, but it is this habit which is taking a toll on the minds of people. Because first thing in the morning, good sleep of 6 hours, mind calm, peaceful, absorption power highest, and we wake up first thing and we connect to the phone. And when we connect to the phone, we are consuming information from media, social media, and messages from people, even messages related to work. So first thing in the morning, absorption power highest, and we're just consuming emotion from the world. Visualize a life before we had phones. And we will see that emotional and mental health was different before we had phones. Before we had 24/7 media and social media, life was different. Here, achievements outside have increased in the last 2-3 decades, but inner power has reduced because these technology, which was created for our benefit and which has made life extremely comfortable, if not used properly, can become very uncomfortable for the mind. So we will use technology a little, changing the habits with it. So first thing in the morning, anybody can experiment this for 1 month, and within 1 month, you will see a change in yourself. First hour in the morning, first 60 minutes of the morning, no phone, which means no connecting to the outer world. The first hour is for preparing the inner world, because it's the inner world which is going to go into the outer world during the day. What we are doing is, the first thing in the morning, we are taking the outer world and putting it in our inner world. If we keep putting the outer world into the inner world, our inner world will not have power to face the outer world during the day, because our inner world will already be what the outer world is. So first hour, we don't consume the outer world. First hour, we prepare the inner world. And when we start taking care of this inner world, during the day, we will start influencing the outer world. So 2 ways of living. Either the outer world influences the inner world, or the inner world influences the outer world. So first 1 hour of the morning is extremely critical for the mind. Very, very serious, the first hour of the morning. So subah uthte, first thoughts, gratitude. First thought is gratitude. Gratitude to the supreme power, the higher power. Gratitude to our own mind and body for being healthy. Gratitude to family. This is all happening in the mind. And gratitude to everyone who works with us, everyone who's there for us. And gratitude to the nature, to the resources we use. Gratitude to the world. There's so much to be grateful for. And yet in the day, we find so much to complain about. If we shift our mind to a frequency of gratitude in the morning, we will not find much to complain about during the day, because the mind's gone there. Family, let's just look at family. They do so much for us. We do so much for them. We're all there for each other. We all have beautiful qualities. And yet we cannot be exactly how the other person wants us to be. And then we have so much to complain about them. You're not like this, you're not doing this right, aisa nahi karo, waisa nahi karo. How often have we sat and appreciated them for the wonderful things they do? So gratitude. Morning create gratitude, your power to accept people during the day will increase. So first few thoughts, gratitude. Next set of thoughts will be those high energy thoughts, which we call affirmations, Shresht Sankalp, high power words. That we will do next. We will see today what affirmations we can create. but those affirmations will be our first few thoughts. Affirmations will be like, let's say, for example, stress is a normal emotion for me. Then my affirmation will be, I am a calm, peaceful being, which means stress is like one black circle on my mind. I need to remove this black circle, but I can't remove stress. So I have to draw 5 white circles on this black circle. When I draw 5 white circles on this black circle, then it's the white circle on my mind and the black circle is not going to be experienced. So now what we're doing is, I am stressed, you're stressed, stress is normal, the world is stressed. We keep repeating this throughout the day. People even say, oh, the weather is very depressive today. Low vibration words. Now we replace, I am a peaceful being. Second affirmation, I am a powerful being. Powerful being means I will be above the energies of situations and people, and then I'll be able to influence the world with my energy. So I am a powerful being. Third affirmation can be, I am a pure being. My every thought is clean. My every word is a blessing. I am a pure being. Current times, the affirmation can be, I am a fearless being. Faith and confidence is natural for me. I am a fearless being. So any sanskar, any way of thinking we want to change, we create that affirmation. Suppose somebody has a sanskar of anger, then they will put their affirmation as, I am a loveful being. I accept everyone. Suppose somebody has a sanskar of criticizing, they will create an affirmation, I accept people, I appreciate everyone. So we are creating an affirmation of who we want to be, but we are saying it as I am, which means it already is. Already is. Someone has a sanskar of doubting people, then they will create an affirmation, I trust people. Trust comes natural to me. So this is with the mind. We can create any affirmation with our emotional health. Second, with our physical health. Right now, many people, very subtle in our subconscious, sometimes there is a thought, what if this happens to me? Not today, I'm safe at home. Tomorrow, I will meet people when I go out into the world. I won't know who has it. What if this happens to me? So now this becomes a thought over here. What if this happens to me? Affirmation to change and remove that thought. My body is perfect and healthy. My body is perfect and healthy and will always be. This is our high energy word. My body is perfect and healthy and will always be. In case anyone has any disease in the body, like let's say diabetes or high blood pressure or cholesterol, so we put an affirmation, because what we normally keep saying is, I have diabetes, I have hypertension. We say that so many times that becomes a reality even more and more. It will go on increasing. So we change that and we put the affirmation as, my blood pressure is normal, my sugar level is normal, and say it accordingly for whatever part of the body you want to create the change. Now what's happening when we're saying from here, my sugar level is normal, there is a message that is radiating from the mind to the body. My sugar level is normal. This is called blessing yourself. Blessing to create what you want the reality to be. Not to accept that blood pressure hai, diabetes hai, so it will stay for life. Nothing in the body will stay for life if things change in the mind. Physical ailments stay forever because there's no shift that's created in the mind. Create a shift in the mind and within a few months, your body will start responding to it. So then create an affirmation for your specific health. Very, very important affirmation in the present time, and actually always very, very important affirmation for jurists, very important, because you are surrounded by people who are in pain. Now, when we are surrounded by people who are pain, anxious, angry, hatred, these are not good emotions for us. So when two people meet, the energy field of one influences the other. So because there are only two professions, one is jurist and one is doctors, who have to meet people in pain every day and many times in a day. So because you're meeting a lot of people in pain, if you don't take care, their vibrations of pain keep entering into your energy field. And it will start influencing you over a period of time. But it's so gradual that we don't come to know. And we just say, Hamara kaam hi aisa hai, to stress to hoga hi na, which means we are absorbing the anxiety of people. So very, very important affirmation. God's power and blessings is a circle around me. And just draw this circle in the morning in your meditation. God's power and blessings is a circle of white light around me. This is my protection shield. This is my protection shield. And third thought, nothing can enter into this circle. God's power and protection is a circle of white light around me. Nothing can enter into this circle. And from me, purity and power goes to people. So you see how we are changing the energy equation. Earlier, we were absorbing the energy of people. Now we're going to say, I'm surrounded by this circle. Nothing can enter into this circle. And from me, purity and power will go to people. Which means instead of you consuming the pain of people, people will start feeling peaceful and powerful after meeting you. Because energy is flowing from you to them, not from them to you. So God's power and blessings is a circle of white light around me. Nothing can enter into this circle. As jurists, we should do this many, many times every day. But presently, everyone needs to do it. Everyone needs to do it. So that any thought, what if this thing happens to me, will finish. It will not be there on the mind. Then you draw that circle around your family. God's power and blessings is a circle of protection around my family. When you do that every day, within a few days, the thought, what if anything happens to my family? That will finish off. Some of you would have children who are probably staying in another city or another country. And especially if they're staying in countries right now where the figures are very high, then parents staying in India are creating a lot of anxiety and feeling very helpless that they're not being able to be there for their children. If we create anxiety and feel helpless here, then our vibrations of anxiety and helplessness will go to them. And that will increase their stress. So from here, meditate and pray for them and create a thought. God's power and blessings is a circle around them. I'm physically not with them, but I'm with them. They are safe and protected and will always be. And when you create this vibration, it will reach them. And they will feel the same. They will say, they are with me. I'm not alone at all. And I know everything is fine. Thoughts travel and they become other people's thoughts. So circle around family, and very, very important, circle around the planet. God's power and blessings, a circle of white light around the globe, many times in a day. My world is safe and protected. So we will revise this through at the end. It's only about 5-6 thoughts. So it really does not take more than 8 to 10 seconds to say this. Just 8 to 10 seconds. First thing in the morning. In the morning, you create these thoughts at least 3-4 times, visualize it gradually, let it sink in and feel that energy. Then at least 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes of study. Ideally, it's good not to begin your morning with studying the newspaper or studying even your work-related documents. because many of your work, your related documents will not have very high energy words. They'll have the other things. So the first hour of the morning, study high energy words, which means a spiritual study, where every word that will go inside will be pure, divine, powerful, love, acceptance, peace. Every word will go inside. And what will go inside is who we will become. So what we watch, read, listen is our emotional diet. And that's why watch, read, listen is very, very important. Now, as jurists, because you have to watch, read, listen a lot of the other content during the day, because everything you're watching around you, you're reading, you're listening, you're talking, is not high vibration. So for you to energize yourself, it should be actually compulsory for you, personally a discipline to make it compulsory, that 30 minutes in the morning, absorbing pure, powerful content. That is spiritual study. Meditation, connecting a very personal relationship with God. 15-20 minutes, sit and have a very personal conversation. Personal conversation, which means telling the higher power everything that's happening in your life. Tell God about your work. Tell God about all the cases you have. And surrender and just say, I am your instrument. You use me to do what is right, so that every karma I create will be accurate. Clarity, accurate decision-making power. So surrender. I'm your instrument. You use me to do everything that is right, so that my every karma is as per your direction. I am your angel, and I will go out into the world today to heal people. I am your angel, and people will feel it from me. Meditation, sharing everything about your life with God. Then during the day, the affirmation that we created in the morning, during the day, we repeat it every hour or 2 hours. We will need to repeat it because otherwise we'll forget that vocabulary. We have to make that vocabulary constant during the day. So every hour, 2 hours, ideally every hour, pause for 20-30 seconds, repeat those same thoughts. We're teaching the child inside, A for apple. This A for apple does not happen only by saying it once. We have to teach the child many times before the child actually starts learning the A to Z of life. So here also we have to repeat that affirmation every hour for 30 seconds, stop, pause, and repeat. Then the last hour before going to sleep is very important. Most of us are sleeping enough, but many of us are not sleeping right. हम अच्छा सोते हैं पर सही नहीं सोते हैं. Not sleeping right means we don't silence our mind before going to sleep. We are so exhausted, so fatigued that we just fall off to sleep. And if we fall off to sleep, then the body sleeps. The mind is all still continuing creating so much of stress inside, even during the night. So the right way to sleep is to silence our mind before going to sleep. Only then the mind and the body will get energized in the 6 hours of sleep. So to silence the mind, we should have a cutoff time from work. Cutoff time from work communication, at least 2 hours before we sleep. At least 2 hours before we sleep, which means no phone calls, no emails, no messages, no studying case files after 8 o'clock if we want to sleep at 10 o'clock. At least 2 hours. The mind has had enough of that during the day. At least it needs 2 hours to process all that, sort it all out, and start slowing down. So when we did not have technology, once we used to come home, there was no way of talking to each other or communicating with each other. That time, the minds used to be more peaceful. So let's make it a self-discipline. 2 hours before we sleep, no work-related communication and no work study. Then last hour before sleeping, no television and no other messages also. And then last 15 minutes before sleeping, again absorb, which means study high energy words, spiritual study, or whatever you like. but very high vibrational content going in last 15 minutes, because what goes in last 15 minutes will work during 6 hours, and what goes in the first hour will work during the day. So this becomes a lifestyle. This becomes a cycle which is taking care of the 24 hours. And last thoughts before sleeping, which means when you close your eyes, you're lying down. The last thought before sleeping should be our affirmation, so that we go to sleep saying those affirmations in our mind. Then during those 6 hours of sleep, it will only be those affirmations here and pure energy of that affirmation radiating to the body. So affirmation in the morning, affirmation every hour, affirmation last thing before going to sleep, and last, affirmation while cooking and eating. Right now, most of us are experiencing and practicing a sattvic diet, which means vegetarian food and home cooked food. This is a very, very good thing this lockdown has given us, vegetarian and home cooked food. And I'm sure many of you are seeing the benefit of that diet in your life already, because it's been over a month. Right now, we cannot afford to consume a non-vegetarian diet. Why? Because a diet, what we eat, is not just about nutrients, carbohydrates, minerals, proteins. It's about vibrations. What's the energy of the food? Jaisa an, vaisa man. That is the line. The line is not Jaisa an, vaisa tan. It is Jaisa an, vaisa man, which means the food affects the mind. They never said food affects body, because that's second stage. First stage is food affects mind, and mind affects body. So it is Jaisa an, vaisa man. Jaisa man, vaisa tan. So the connection, the order is very, very clear. So right now, because we want to finish fear and anxiety, and there's already so much fear and anxiety around us, we cannot consume food which has vibrations of fear and anxiety. Non-vegetarian food has vibrations of what was the energy or the state of mind of the animal in the slaughterhouse. Anger, hatred, helplessness, fear, violence, death. That's the energy of that. It's proteins, but with those vibrations. So right now, let's experiment with the vegetarian diet, and I'm sure you'll see the benefit and continue it after that. Sattvic diet is not just vegetarian diet, but a diet which is cooked in a very peaceful state of mind. So in order to give peace and calm to everybody staying at home, the family, let's make our kitchens high energy spaces, which means while the food is being cooked, let's have high energy songs playing in the kitchen, or a high energy talk playing in the kitchen, which means spiritual songs, bhajans, mantra, whatever you like. High energy words in the kitchen throughout the day. Because our fruits, our vegetables, the water of the city, everything is vibrating with fear and anxiety right now. We take care. When we get fruits and vegetables, we take care that we have to wash it immediately. That's we taking care only physical. We have to cleanse the vibration of that fruits and vegetables, which has come from a vibration of fear and anxiety. And so let's have our kitchens flooded with pure energy by playing high energy songs, bhajans, spiritual songs during the day. Then the water in that kitchen will become amrit. The food cooked in that kitchen will become prasad and langar. How is food cooked in the temple and the Gurudwara? It's only cooked like that. Cooked in the remembrance of God, and very high energy words playing around that. We call that prasad. And that prasad gives a lot of peace to minds of people. Right now, every mind needs that. And so we need to cook prasad 3 times a day, which means every meal is prasad. Every glass of water is amrit. So what we eat, how we cook, and third, how we eat. We need to create a culture in the house that while eating, no television, no phones. This is very important. No TV, no phones while eating, because again, that content will then become the vibrations of the food and water. We were taught that pray before you eat. So if we've not been doing that, we will start doing it right now. 20 seconds, pause before you eat. 20 seconds, 10 seconds, pause before you drink your glass of water, cup of tea, coffee, milk. Everything that's going in should be energized, and which means pray before we eat or drink. Connect to the higher power and say your affirmations to your food and water, which means just radiate that energy to the food and water. After that, that will start becoming your natural state of mind. So affirmation in the morning, every hour, last thoughts before we go to sleep, while cooking for those who cook, and definitely before eating and before drinking. It has to be done before every glass of water, because otherwise we'll consume the vibrations of the city. The energy of the city is in our every glass of water. So we need to pray before. We need to radiate those affirmations. If we do it so many times in the day, on an average, it will become about 20 times in a day. Now this looks too much. The 20 times in a day, who's going to say it? It's nothing. It's just 30 seconds, 20 times in a day. That's only few minutes to increase emotional health, few minutes to protect mental health, few minutes to radiate healing energy to the body and our relationships and the planet. So the an has to be sattvic, the food. The mind will be sattvic by taking care of that 1 hour study and meditation in the morning. And if the food and the mind are sattvic, the body will be healthy and sattvic. And one last point is the money we earn, the dhan. Dhan is not just currency and amounts, it's also vibrations. So when we earn money and we bring it home, it's also carrying the vibrations of the way it's earned and the energy of people around us, which means energy of our colleagues, energy of our clients, energy of the people who are working today with me. That's all there in the money we earn. And so money needs to come home with blessings. Money is used only for what all we can buy. But the energy which comes with the money influences the mind of every member in the family, because that money is used to buy the food for the family. That money is used to educate the children. So that money has an effect on the destiny of the family. So we really need to take care that that money comes with an energy of blessings, which means people working with you, your clients, everybody should be very contented with you. They bless you in their every interaction, which means more than thinking about yourself, you think about them. If we think about ourselves, we earn money. If we first prioritize other people, then we earn money plus blessings. And those who earn blessings will always earn more than what they were earning now. जो धन कमाते हैं, वो सिर्फ धन कमाते हैं. जो दुआएं कमाते हैं, वो अपनी capacity से ज़्यादा धन कमाते हैं. So let's make earning blessings a priority in our life. The money will be more than we had ever thought of. So dhan, an, man, and tan, all four taken care of. Denominator, resilience power, very, very high. Pressure can be anything in life. Stress factor will be always low, and after a few months, finished. It's over. You will start living a life where you will say peace is normal, happiness is normal, love is normal, fearless is normal. The entire programming will change from here. Thank you so much. Om Shanti.
Thank you. It has been a privilege for all of us to hear Sister Shivani. And it was, I think, the wonderful time. And the word that purity and power goes to the people. That word has come to us, Sister Shivani, because of your blessings, because of your positive energy, because of your wordings, and we all are benefited by it. It is really remarkable. I would not be taking much time. There are certain questions. If you permit, I can take some questions with you.
Sure.
Thank you. The first question is, can thoughts be controlled by meditation?
thoughts do not have to be controlled. Thoughts have to be changed. Sometimes we feel that meditation means we stop thinking, zero state. That's not going to happen. The mind doesn't stop thinking. But what we are thinking when it changes, so when we are thinking uncomfortable thoughts, the speed will be too much. And that's why if you see most people say nowadays, overthinking. मैं ज़्यादा सोचता हूँ, ज़्यादा सोचती हूँ. Too much thoughts. So too many thoughts means quality is not right. With meditation and spiritual study, the quality of our thoughts changes, which means we are responding to every situation differently. When the quality changes, the quantity will reduce, and then you will feel that the mind is in your control. So change the quality, the quantity is automatically taken care of.
Thank you. The wording Sankalp to Srishti, they are the changing thoughts and they are the mantra which we have to follow. And with this came a question. What is the difference between ego and self-respect?
Ego and self-respect are completely opposite. So sometimes we feel there's a very thin line, but actually it's completely opposite. Self-respect means this battery is charged, and ego means the more ego, which means the battery is discharged. Self-respect will always remain stable, will not get affected about what people say about us, what people say to us, will never get influenced by public opinion and peer pressure. You know yourself well, you respect yourself. Ego means they would want the world to be their way. They will get hurt, angry, react very easily. Ego means dependent on the people for how we feel. So ego is actually more of conscious of roles, responsibilities. Jaise shuru mein, I'm sorry, I forgot the brother's name, but he read out a very nice line from the Brahma Kumari's teachings that ego is about who am I? We thought I am a parent, I am a spouse, I am a jurist, I am a so-and-so. Those are all my roles and responsibilities. Who am I? I am a pure divine being. And this is my body, my relationship, my position, my role. So when we connect with each other, when we interact with each other, it's a pure being talking to a pure being, not a role talking to another role. When a role talks to another role, then the ways of talking and behaving change according to the role. When a soul talks to another soul, there is compassion and respect with everyone. Whether you are entering and talking to the security guard at the building, or you're talking to the highest officer in that building, you will be the same with all, because you're not talking to the role, you are talking to the person. So that is soul consciousness, that is self-respect.
A good question from a student. How to remain neutral without poor confidence level or even with confidence or overconfidence when there is a disturbance and pressures from outside that fluctuate mind?
When there is a disturbance from outside, again, that's a numerator. We have to work on the denominator. For students, for youth, for children, first and foremost, we need to take care of how much we use technology. Too much of screen is not very good for the brain and the mind. That's one thing. Second, too much of content consumption, which means many of us are watching serials on the phone now. We have OTT platforms. So you see how society changed. Earlier, we had no television. Then we came to simple serials, which used to come once every Monday, once every Tuesday, once Friday. So we were consuming 30 minutes once a week. Then those TV serials became daily. So it became a daily soap. And you see, when the daily soap started, society changed, because then we were watching it daily. And now we have it on our phone. So we don't watch the episode daily. We watch many episodes during the day. And we can just sit and watch 4 or 5 episodes at a stretch. Content consumption, which means the amount of junk food the mind is consuming has increased many folds. And if the junk food consumption keeps increasing, then the health of the mind will get affected. So concentration power is low. Just do those little things which were shared today. Within 2 months, you will see your concentration power changed. That's certain. Within 2 months, maybe even lesser than that.
Thank you. And there are a plethora of questions, but I would be taking the last question. It is already too much time we had taken, and it's really great of you. Last question, because of this COVID pandemic, there is financial and economic stress apart from negative thoughts for future. what to do.
The negative thought about the future is about disease, it's about death, but it's also a lot to do with the business for those who have businesses and about the economy. Again, use the equation Sankalp se Siddhi. Our thoughts manifest. Because of too much of exposure to media, we're constantly having all those debates and all those programs over news channels, which are shouting out and telling us the economy will crash, the business will fall, that this is going on day in and day out, day in and day out. We are listening to that. So that's what we have created. This is a time to not consume the logical predictions. This is the time to protect your mind and to create your reality. Our reality is not going to be what the world or the country will predict. Our reality will be what we choose over here. Predictions are true. They are right predictions. They are based on the current energy level. If the minds change, the predictions will change. We all know about miracles. Many of us must have created miracles in our own life. We've heard of miracles that people have created with their health, with their business, with their career. They made impossible possible. And the world says, magic, this is miracle. What is miracle? Miracle is nothing, but we did not allow the situation to influence the mind. We created a powerful mind and changed our situation. The world called that a miracle. So right now is the time to create miracles. We all can create miracles. So create an affirmation about your work. And whatever you want to write there, let's say for those I did with the corporate, they created their affirmations that this year we're going to hire more people, because the world is saying this year they will have to ask people to leave. So we change and we say this year I'm going to hire these percentage people more. This year I'm going to give a raise to my employees. It's only a way of thinking. And this year my productivity will be X, this much. If we start thinking this, speaking this, within a few days, we will start feeling it. Within a few weeks, we will start believing it. And within a few months, we will start manifesting it. This is the time to create those miracles, and it happens. This is not something else. This will happen. This is a reality.
Thank you, Sister Shivani. We will always remain indebted to you for your blessings, for your good words of wisdom, for everything you have taught us today. We are indebted to the Brahm Kumari organization for giving us this opportunity. Only one last prayer I can make. A Guru Mantra, last Guru Mantra from you.
I can only share that when this lockdown gets over, would be really nice that you connect with the Brahma Kumari centers in your city, because within 4 to 5 kilometers of where you're staying, there will be a center. And the sisters are there to teach us the meditation and the basic spiritual principles of life. It's 4-5 days, half an hour, 40 minutes daily. Any day, any time. Nothing can be more comfortable and convenient than that. So just 4-5 days for 30-40 minutes, make your appointment, go to the center, learn this meditation. This is one situation which has come in our life. We do not know what the future holds. Let's strengthen ourselves and increase the denominator. So please learn this meditation and inculcate it and make it a part of your lifestyle just by going to the center which is near you. And if till then, if anybody wants to learn the meditation, then there are a lot of centers who are also doing it as an online course. So just connect to the center nearest to you and make this a part of your lifestyle so that we start increasing the denominator and we're not troubled by the numerator. So stress will be a over chapter and an over closed word in our vocabulary.
Thank you. We will always remain indebted to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for everything, brother.
Thank you for
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. I'm thankful to Shivani Didi for giving us valuable time, blessing words we have. I'm thankful to today's chairman, Justice V. Aishwarya sir, for his chairmanship. I'm thankful to all of you for spare your time. This is a nice moment, very high energy moment for us that Sister Shivani give us blessing words during this pandemic time. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lata Didi and all Jurist Wing persons. Thank you all. Om Shanti.
Thank you. And with this, we end the meeting. We are blessed by the blessed presence of Sister Shivani. We are blessed by the presence of the office bearers of the jurist wing of the Brahma Kumari organization, the sisters, all their blessings. And friends, this is what we want to do in All India Federation of Tax Practitioners. This is we want in All India Federation of Tax Practitioners. We want to be a family. We want to be with pious thoughts. We want to be with good thoughts. We want to be there with positive energy. We want to be there to help each other, to help ourselves to attain new heights. With this, friends, tomorrow we will be having a new session again at 9:45 a.m. We'll meet again tomorrow, 9:45 a.m. And please come join. Friends, I'm very happy to inform that today this discourse has been watched by more than 2,300 participants, and then it has been rewatched by thousands of persons throughout the world. It is only because of your participation, only because of the Brahma Kumari organization cooperation, and because of the presence and the good words of wisdom by Sister Shivani that we had been able to do it. I think we will practice meditation. We will be joining this good things we learned today, and we will be having a good time together. Friends, with these words, I think I would be closing the ceremony today. It's almost 11:30. Again, the structural for time. I am sometimes called very strict person for timing, but we are there within the time frame. Thank you very much, everybody. Continue to join us. Tomorrow also, 9:30, we will meet, 9:45, we'll meet again. And with this, let us have a good positive feeling for the day, good positive feeling for the coming future. And this is what we wanted. My special thanks to our Central Zone Secretary, Mr. Sandeep Agarwal, who had been the motivator, who had been the person who had taken all the pains to organize this webinar for all of you. Thank you, everybody. Have a good weekend. Have a good day.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow,
all.
9:30, 9:45 a.m. again at this channel. Okay, bye-bye. See you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Om Shanti.